We are, it says we are excellent connection, and
Yeah.
you're live.
Okay.
All right, well,
You
ladies,
can't hear me?
yep, I can hear you fine. Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine.
Okay, good. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SpeaknsEE Show. I ask you to like, subscribe, click that notification button so when you get information out, you get information. Anyway, all that's out of the way. I want to talk about SBA EIDL grants and who's getting it and who's not. The real deal here, like you all know, is we try to keep it real. We have Dr. Cheryl Carr with us tonight, and she has been unable to get her EIDL grant and loan due to one of the things is your location. And we're going to go over probably what all of you are going through right now. We're going over the SBA and what's happening right now with your EIDL grants and loans. We're going to keep it real, as we always have with SpeaknsEE channel, and I would like to encourage you all to just jump in the chat and let us know what's going on. I'm going to give the table up to Dr. Cheryl Carr and let her explain to you what she's been going through. And Dr. Carr?
Yes. And thank you for having me on and letting me and encouraging me. You've been such a help calling my senators and just giving me some guidance, and then finding your channel, listening to your show has helped me navigate some of what I'm going through because it doesn't make sense. But it's all starting to make sense now.
Right.
Now that the heist has happened, which a few months ago I was saying, because I'm a human behavior expert, what I've spent the last 5 years of my life studying intensely, studying neurogenesis, neuroplasticity, human performance, mind control. So I think I can speak to the behaviors that I saw because of the lack of interaction, the way we saw with the past administration when we were in this time period of shoveling money into accounts of desperate small businesses that closed like we were supposed to, did what we were supposed to, and our businesses suffered. And there's not one business on here that needs to have a different address for the trauma and suffering our businesses have gone through. We all have.
Yeah.
So when I started seeing a PR campaign and not speaking to constituents, the people
you're supposed to be helping.
For the trauma and suffering.
That's some echo.
Sorry.
It's okay. We're having fun with speakers and recording tonight. That's just the theme. But I sincerely believe the devil just doesn't want this story told. Because the more we suppress our individual stories,
Yep.
the more what's in the media gets paid attention to.
Sorry.
But basically, I started seeing the PR campaign, the PR machine, and I knew something was going to happen with this funding. With the stupid map, which I did the CBS interview with Ryan New,
Yep.
and it makes no sense to anyone that's logical. I think Senator Cori Bush recently came out about it because of its lack of funding for minority and small businesses like myself, which they keep saying they're doing, but they're not. I have been processing for over a month now after enduring an intense ruling from a volunteer attorney with the SBA validate my business. I've been treated like a criminal, basically.
I hear you.
And I felt like I was on trial. I felt like I had to share the most personal of information Unlike any other funding, nobody's asked me for the documents I've shared with the SBA, but they questioned everything. And sadly, I'm a government contractor, registered in SAM. I've been a subcontractor for the government since 2016. I'm a military brat, have worked for the government all my life.
And last year was funded. It took 6 months.
And I've since had my PPP fully forgiven because I did what I was supposed to, like I will. And yet and still I can't get them to give me the targeted advance. They said I didn't check the box, which I won't say a bad word. Can I say a bad word?
You do whatever you want. Keep it real.
It pissed me off.
It pissed me off
because they
too.
said I didn't check a box. And I'm like, I've been through graduate school. I can check a box. Doggone it. Then they told me I had 6 applications in their system. I didn't apply for them, so I was a victim of fraud. Somebody tried to use my business name, adjust it just a little bit, and apply for funding. Thank God none of the other applicants were funded. But for some reason, I've had 2 senators, a congressional inquiry, 2 SBA executives, and nobody can tell me why I'm not funded yet.
Confusion.
Confusion, over verification, being treated like a criminal, being asked for things that they're not supposed to be quantifying us. They're supposed to verify, quantify the amount, which if you got the maximum before, you're supposed to qualify for the maximum now, and modify the doggone loan. That's it.
Yeah.
So while we're dealing, and I know I'm not the only one, I've talked to multiple people, and what makes me sad is right now a part of my business is shut down. I can't afford it. And
There's no reasoning for me not being funded. Nobody can tell me. I'm just processing. Just processing. That's all I get.
Have you gotten any other? You know what I'm saying? I mean, has anybody called you and told you why it's not processing?
No. They tell me they have everything they could possibly need. In fact, 2 tier 2s, supervisors. These are supervisors because I just go straight to top. I'm like, I won't talk to customer service, phone answerer person. They've all said, I've never seen this much documentation for an applicant. You have more, I mean, the 4506T, the 2202, my insurance, they ask for copies of my personal information that they should not have, that I don't even want to go into, but it's very personal, the court records. So I had to submit those. I submitted a reconsideration letter because I was asked to submit reconsideration for the targeted advance in the EIDL because I'm a woman-owned, certified woman-owned business. I'm registered in SAM. I also do telehealth. I have a show myself that I do on YouTube. It's psycho blah, blah, blah. So I don't have quite
I've watched some of them. They're great. Yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah. I'm really trying to help people with the real pandemic, which is our lack of emotional and mental well-being.
Right.
So thank you for watching.
Yeah, no, of course. I mean,
Thank you. I appreciate that.
yeah.
So, no, to answer your question in a long, drawn out way, absolutely not. There's nothing. They were making me wait from May until the end of June, saying they did not have my tax records from the IRS. But once they got those, they suddenly appeared after James Rivera, his office actually, he personally sent me an email, or at least his people sent me an email that my tax returns were indeed, my transcripts were in. So, and who knows how long they have been there.
And you've been waiting for how long?
Since April 16th. Then I went through reconsideration the end of June, and I've been stuck in processing since June 22nd.
So you've been stuck in processing for 3 months? Now they're telling you to wait longer now, right? Or
Yeah, they're telling me to be patient. I wish they trained those people to stop saying that to us, because bills aren't patient, food isn't patient,
thank you.
gas in your car isn't patient.
Yep.
We all know credit card companies are not patient.
Not at all.
I wish they'd stop saying that. And to the SBA's credit, I have had some of the most compassionate tier 2 people talk to me
Yeah.
and tell me I can't expedite it, which I didn't know they couldn't. My congressman,
They can.
Congressman Burgess,
Right.
he says he can't expedite it. He can't get involved in the decision making. And I shared with you the copies of the letter. They did make an inquiry on my behalf. So did Senator Corrin. And he's on the committee. Anyway, yeah. They did a congressional inquiry. And guess what, Speak? They took 60 days to answer them. Have you ever in your life?
What if we were going to give them, put Cornyn on the spot? Let me just say Cornyn. I could put Pelosi. I could put anybody out there. Put them on the spot. You got 60 days. Who's going to give you 60 days to pay your rent, mortgage, electric, phone, this, that, the other thing? Who's going to give you 60 days? Get alone your 120 days to pay it. Come around back to me and then tell me, now it's gone.
Yeah.
Now it's gone.
I'm in a hole. The same hole I dug myself out of last year, once I finally was funded. It literally, and I'm not kidding you, took me 2 days to get all of that money out, catch up everything, rebuild my credit, jumpstart my practice, pay for the expensive security that I have to have when I'm dealing with people and their psychological and career and personal. I've got HIPAA, I've got FERPA.
Can I ask you a personal question right now?
Sure.
As far as the people, like during a moment of COVID and during a moment of non-COVID, what are the emotional, psychological, like you're a doctor, what are the psychological impacts right now that you've seen over the last year as far as the pandemic, get alone telling people you're going to give them something and you don't, but you know what I'm saying? What have you seen?
And I got emotional before. People are suicidal. They are despondent, depressed. I have people that I've had to recommend for further treatment with someone else because I couldn't keep operating at a deficit, that are during crisis. That's the real pandemic, is our lack of mental and emotional well-being. We're all collectively traumatized. And that's not being dealt with. But sadly, I have never seen this. And even other therapists and psychotherapists and counselors, we're all getting therapy too, because we're so undone by what we're seeing. I mean, just think about it. You work your whole life to build this business that's viable. It's the backbone of this country. And because you can't, like, you're looking at the money that would help save your life through a plate glass window.
Right.
That the SBA is the plate glass window.
Yeah.
And they're going, nigger, boo, boo. What? No rationale. Changing rules, implementing things like that stupid map
Yeah.
that disqualifies me just because of where my office is. Not my business, where my office is.
So do you think the government has any idea what impact they're having on the psychological mindset of the small business owner right now?
I want to say they're human and care, but we're collateral damage for what they're trying to do.
I was hoping
We
you
are
wouldn't
just
say that.
collateral damage.
Yeah. Friendly fire kind of thing.
As we drop, 800,000 minority businesses are no more, and that's a modest number.
Let me expand on that, because I'm not one to give props to the minority or the majority, but I will honestly say that in this all, I've seen more minorities that have been affected on my channel that have gotten to me. I can't speak for everybody, but on my channel, I have seen the bigger impact on minorities that said, look, I am in the map. I'm in the zone. I'm a minority, and they're still declining me. And I'm okay with, wherever they want to do it, but I am not okay with, if they said they were going to give it to minorities, if they said they were going to be in the map, and they said this was going to be your business, why didn't they get it? I need to know. That's just, I mean, I'm not pointing out minorities saying give it to them first, but I'm okay with give it to them. Give it to them. If you say you're going to give it to the minorities, give it to the minorities. Give it to somebody. But
I absolutely, positively agree with you, and I will be as equitable as I possibly can to answer that, because I are one. There's a shared responsibility for the status that most African American, and I will just go minority and woman-owned businesses, let's just put it there, our access to funding, to knowing how to set up our business, to not run a cash business, to have bank accounts, to have the credit rating, all these quantifiers that are big business.
yes, I
not
agree.
Small business.
Totally.
They're quantifiers for big business. Thank God I had those things. But yet and still, the average mom and pop small business in their community, they don't have these things. They haven't had access to the training. All they have is that both technical ability to run a business.
Right.
And so they're cash-based, or they use, I don't even know what to call it, banking that isn't mainstream, non-mainstream business.
Right. Maybe fintech or something.
Yeah. And they're easily preyed upon by predatory lending. And they're circling me, as I'm circling the drain with the SBA. They're circling me like blood in the water.
Sure.
But anyway, so that's the business owner's responsibility.
Yes.
But it's so unfair to make that have to be in place before you give them the money and the training and the first stand in line to get the money that would help them do all of those things. You give them the money with qualifiers that you can keep this funding, you can keep this 3.25. We're going to give you this salary, but a portion of it has to be spent opening a bank account, getting a bookkeeper, running your business like a big business should.
A good business, yeah.
Yeah, good business. Let's just say good business, because I don't want to be a big business. I have no aspiration to be multiple site franchise. That's not. I just want to help people.
Yeah.
But it's unfair what the SBA has done. It's unfair to make us try to act like big businesses to give us money.
Right.
That's just damn stupid.
Now, as far as like who has gotten the loan, the reason why people are being declined right now isn't because of there was fraud in the last administration. There was fraud.
Mm-hmm.
So if we take out that 1% of 100 and use that as collateral damage instead of the 95% that's being used for collateral damage now, what do you think would have helped your business get the loan faster? If how can I say this? Because nobody's getting their loans right now, or their grants right now are being thrown away, and everything is just a mess.
It's a mess.
What would you change as far as your communication with the SBA?
The first thing is intent. For me, I believe in the former administration, there was a clarion call to this administration that was in place before: get these people some money.
Right. Yeah.
Did they allow for fraud? Yes. But it is not at the percentage of the response they're trying to use as an excuse not to fund.
Right.
So that's the first thing, making me prove who I am to you. You're supposed to know who the hell I am.
Can you do me a favor?
You're the Small Business Administration.
Here's a problem that has been, I'll tell you what, it's been 90% of the people that have gotten to my channel and said, "Speak, I can't get the loan because I can't prove who I am." They're telling me that they can't prove me. I can't. They're telling me I'm not legit. What are they telling you?
For me, I'm legit.
Yeah, everybody. America knows you're legit. America knows you're legit.
Yeah, but yeah, you can find me. I'm the easiest person in the world to find. Even beforehand, before all of this happened, and 2020 was supposed to be my year. I was breaking out of subcontracting. I started my life over. I had lined up to do salmon business. So for me, the thing I would change with them is don't treat me like a criminal. You treat me like a small business that, one, you should have some knowledge of. Because
Right.
if you know, any good business has an EIN.
Yep.
So you're registered with taxes.
Yep.
The IRS. So you're valid right there. Number two, I have to register with my state. I have to incorporate with my state. Now, once I produce that document that says they checked me out, I paid my fees, I'm incorporated, awesome. Then you add that third verifier. I have a bank account. I have a business bank account.
And they called you on the phone.
Talk to me. Grilled me
Yeah.
for 3 hours.
It's me.
So, you know I'm a human being. I've been in your damn webinars, for God's sake. You've seen my mug.
Right.
here's the big thing. Their system, which, yes, I'm calling you out, Salesforce. That's the company behind, you know, at first Intuit got that sweet $10 million no bid contract.
Yeah.
To create their system, whatever. So now we've got Salesforce, who has the CRM system. They've been out in the business for however long. You know Salesforce. Who doesn't?
Yeah,
we'll save that for another conversation.
yeah, we could definitely do that.
But because they set this up as if they don't have a clue about small businesses. You know, for me, I've had to prove as an independent contractor, I can 1099 or I can W-2.
Right.
That is your option with your LLC.
Yep.
You can tell them, no, I want a W-2 for the tax breaks and for the access to benefits, but you're not an employee.
Hey, Guzman. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Because you don't understand a tax form, but as you
and
were.
What does the tax code tell us? If they can approve or disapprove your work, you are an independent contractor by the IRS standards. Period. You don't get to rewrite that. You don't get to redecide that and tell me I have to show profit. Damn it, I don't have to show you profit. And I can have a W-2 and a 1099 with my LLC. Don't get, you see, learn what a small business is. And I have a doctorate of business administration and an executive MBA, in addition to my industrial organizational psychology and human performance positive applied psychology business
Thank
and
you.
certification and training. So I can say this to you.
Yeah.
Learn what a small business is. Our business model is multifaceted. We can be set up so many different ways.
That's what they don't get. They are so far back in the old dot the I's and meet the Q's when the I's and Q's don't match anymore. This is a different language we're talking about in America.
Yeah.
It's a different language of America where small businesses aren't what they looked like 10 years ago.
No,
we are
we're not manufacturing. We are technology and communication-based businesses.
right.
Every business is technological. You have to be.
Yes.
What business doesn't have email?
That alone right there will show you you're not a business. If you don't have an email, if you don't have a cell phone, if you don't have a address, give me those three things and let's talk.
And the other big consistency, I was running down this rabbit hole about Salesforce, is the fact that you cannot archive their system. Like me, victim of fraud, 6 applications with my business name, a semblance of my name, not my social, not my EIN, and none of them were funded, but they tried it. 6 applications are still sitting next to my name, my business name, and it's fraud. It's obvious fraud. I registered with the OIG, did everything I was supposed to do, provided documentation, and yet still they can't remove it or archive it and put it in a file that says these were fraudulent. This business owner did not do this. So then you got the untrained little LO, I won't even call them loan officers, paper shufflers,
Right.
that are looking at all of this information, trying to align it. And I'll go way out on a limb. Most of them are foreign nationals because that's who the government contracts with.
Yeah, it's cheaper that way.
English is not their first language.
Yeah.
It's not their first language. And I lived overseas, so I have a heart.
No, it's hard to
for
understand
foreign-
a lot of them. Yeah,
but
for
it's the
sure.
truth. So if they don't line up with these little classifiers,
And when we're
that
dealing with
they've
business,
gotten-
when we're dealing with
Yeah.
businesses, you need to understand the person on the other end. You just have to understand every everything they're saying because it pertains to your future. But yeah, go ahead.
Well, that's my big thing. Until Salesforce goes in and improves their system, like me, my portal, still my old address. I've moved. Yes, I moved during the pandemic. Still not my business address. No changes. Never got the little sliding bar. Just got the your loan is processing green bar.
Right.
Nothing is updated. My K-Web, nothing is updated. And they told me in May they probably never will. Remember when they were sending out the instructions to request a mod for your loan?
Yeah.
And it said, if you receive the max amount, you won't see the loan modification button.
Yeah.
But still, to qualify for and apply, use the modification.
That's the problem. I think a lot of the times we get so involved in the text in the SBA and what they give us is they don't even understand it.
No.
They don't get it. The Congress doesn't get it. The Senate doesn't get it. And the SBA, they don't know what they're doing either. So I think where we're at is the Senate is right now throwing away our EIDL grants, gone to infrastructure. They're gone. But I think it's because they don't get it.
Yeah.
What's going on?
And I don't even know if they were ever going to. I know when
I think they
first
suck.
decided
That's what
this
I
was
think.
supposed to
I
be a
think they
bridge
suck. Huh?
loan. Yeah, it does suck. You're right. And it was supposed to be a bridge loan. Let's go way back because I was one of the first applicants. I did the long form before they changed it.
Right.
Again, I worked for the government. Someone made me aware once we shut down, you'll be able to apply for something that'll help cover your salary, especially since your government, is from the SBA. So go on. And I applied. Then they changed it to the short form with the little magic check the box for the grant instead of, and that was wrong right there. That's human behavior. Yeah. That was a bunch of, anyway. So they did that to us. And God bless them. I do believe the intentions were right, but the execution is so flawed.
Totally.
And there's no process improvement.
Yeah.
There's no process improvement. Other than last week, which now it smells like a PR front.
Oh, totally. I mean, last week was great. Last week, so many people, I was actually happy to get online and say, you guys, here it is. You're getting it. It's coming in. And then all of a sudden this week, it was like, just put it out.
Yeah.
Put the smoke out. We're done.
And what was even worse is, remember in their webinars, the thing they kept saying is, you just wait until the second week of August. And let's be hopeful because, again, there is every possibility that they're restructuring. We know there's more than enough money. Who knows what they're getting ready to do?
Yeah, but
I want to be helpful.
I want to be helpful, but I honestly want to be honest about it too. And from the likes of me, I have not seen them do the right thing yet. I would love to say they're going to do the right thing. I would love to just encourage everybody out there that the SBA is going to come through and the Senate's going to come through. But I've tried that. I've done that with all my heart's sincerity that they were going to do the right thing. And they have yet to even do it. So what do we do?
What do we do?
We contact our senators, we contact our congressmen, and we totally go rogue on this.
Okay.
We go rogue on this because people out there, I have to say, they're expecting a small few to do this when it's going to take a lot of people to get out there and really express to the media. The media has been silent. I haven't heard it on Fox or NBC or CNN or the big outlets. I have not heard nothing about EIDL. And we're talking $30 billion. We're not talking a $10 million program or a $25 million program that they can blow up into 2 weeks of cool stuff. We're talking about 30 billion that's 1,000 times more than that they are keeping quiet. This is a Watergate of small businesses, and I don't like what I'm seeing because I have been a child of free enterprise. My dad owned a small business. My dad and mom owned restaurants in Oklahoma, little restaurants that maybe got 30 people a day, but dude, they made money.
Right. They fed their families. They contributed taxes. They lived in their communities. This is what small business is.
That's
it.
Who
we are.
I mean, I don't want to see that go away. And right now, from what I'm seeing the Senate doing and everybody doing, they're doing it in like a manner that's going to praise them, is like, we did this great infrastructure deal. When they're willing to take the small businesses, which is such a big part of America, and throw them to the wayside. And I'm great with Amazon. I love Amazon. I love it. My wife loves Amazon more than me. And right? And I'm okay with that, but I still like the small businesses because I am one. And I still have something to provide. Our kids, we can show them that you can be whatever you want, because take whatever you got and bring it forth and take it to the world. But with what they're doing right now, they're like smothering it and saying, nope, we got a new program and it's done. Everybody get a job at 9 to 5.
Can I go wackadoodle conspiracy nut here?
Please, I just did. That's what we're here for.
I'm gonna go way out there where I tell people that come to me counseling, don't go here. Because when you go out on a fringe, it's really hard to reel yourself back in, but I'm a thinker. So I look at stuff, I look at human behavior. Infrastructure is code for me. It's code for me for smart cities. And smart cities can't have small businesses. They have to have worker bees. Those smart businesses have worker bees.
Can I give you the floor for a minute? I'll be right back.
Okay.
It's all you.
Sure. So that's my fringe granola nut thinking about smart cities and why so much is being put under infrastructure. I guarantee you they have to have worker bees, and small businesses don't fit that. We've got to have government sanctioned positions and jobs. So we're collateral damage for building what is to come. So it's my Tower of Babel granola nut conspiracy theory. I could be right, I could be dead wrong, but I don't think so. So a lot of us are functionally out of business or functionally unemployed, and we don't even know it yet. I don't know what they're going to do. I just know I continue to be surprised every day. So hopefully I'll try and stay positive that they've restructured things so they can make things better. I want to hope for that. I want to say there's more than enough money for all of us. Well, I really don't know. I don't know what the end game is because I'm not a power broker. So, well, I shared my granola nut theory. Speak. I can't hear you.
I was listening the whole time.
Okay.
But it doesn't seem far-fetched either.
Smart cities is infrastructure.
Yeah.
Period.
I mean, it sounds like kind of what's happening now. I mean, it's so much easier to I don't know. I think it's a lot easier to control. I think they have a hard time controlling small businesses.
Absolutely.
And they figured that out even more now because small
Yep.
businesses are coming out and they're saying, wait a minute, you pegged us wrong here.
Right.
They're going back into a
You
25,
can't take our innovation either. I
right.
hate to interrupt
And they
you, but
can't, but
you can't take our innovation.
but they want you to count on them, and they're saying we have control over you. We have control
Yeah.
over your money. We have control. No, you don't. That's where they pegged us wrong.
Right.
They owe you the money first of all because it's the SBA. It's the Small Business Administration. It's not the Democrat. It's not the Republican. It's the small business. You're supposed to be far from them. Guzman is supposed to be far from Schumer or Pelosi or Randall or Kennedy or Rubio or any of those Republicans out there. Guzman is supposed to be well away from them. She's not supposed to think about them. She's supposed to think about you.
Yep.
And she's supposed to look at your spreadsheet, and say that's a small business, and this is what we're supposed to give them.
Right.
Because you've paid the money, you've paid in your whole life. Your parents have paid in. Your grandparents have paid in. Their grandparents have paid in. We've all paid into this system that is supposed to give us the money, and now they're not.
Yeah.
Now they're saying, no, we control you.
Right.
And I think we need to switch it.
I continue to hope we have our BLM moment as business owners. You know, it took a George Floyd for Black people to go, hey, stop killing us.
Right.
And whether you agree with it or not, and I'm not a BLMer, so don't spam speak page.
If you are, you are. I mean, it's your business.
I'm not.
I'm just saying. Whatever. It's
I'm a
small
Black
businesses.
woman.
BLM can
And
be
and
BLM can
I'm
be
proud
small
to be
business,
Black.
and
Yeah.
MAGAs can be small business. It shouldn't matter. It's a small
We all
business.
come together there.
Exactly.
That's our joining point, is we're all small businesses, whether we're Black, white, and we've all been impacted by COVID. So I absolutely agree with your sentiment. And I was being emphatic about who I am, because I'm a moderate, middle of the road kind of girl. I'm not as extreme, and things just took an extreme. But it took that for us to take to the streets and go, hell no, you're not going to quietly get away with it. And
Right.
somebody needs to go to jail. So we fought for that, and yeah, we did some wrong things, but it happened. And I don't see small business owners, I think we're so shell-shocked, so to speak. I
Yeah.
think all of us are just like, why are you doing this to us?
Right.
All while putting this beautiful PR campaign, while you're slitting our throats in the back room, you're out in front of America saying we're helping small businesses. And I'm still sitting here processing,
I think we all
maxing
are.
out credit cards and trying to stay alive and trying to help people. I'm just trying to help people. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm not making a widget to compete with Amazon. I'm not doing hair. I'm not selling clothes. I'm trying to help people get through this.
And God knows we need more. We need more because more people need to get through it now than ever. And now there's a new variant out of the virus out there, and
Lambda, Delta. And for me, yeah, being a doctor, I could go join some corporate stuff and, take care of myself right now. I prefer offering free services to veterans, because again, I'm a military brat. 80% of our homeless are
God bless you.
veterans.
Salute you. We salute you tonight, Cheryl. Everybody on this channel right now salutes you. I mean, you are America. If anybody wants to look at America, you look at that woman right there. That is, I mean, we thank you for all you are and all you do. I mean, when somebody is out there to do nothing but, I know, we've all gone through the crap, or most of us on here have gone through the crap of the SBA. And it can be mentally draining. It can be just, what was that? What just happened to me as a small business? What just happened? They told me to shut my doors. I got to close down. And yeah, more suicides than ever. But we need people like you to get us through this, which is why people like you, more than almost anybody out there, I'm not going to try to put you on a pedestal here, but more than anybody needs to be funded so that people like me can get through this better.
Yeah. So you can, and not have to worry about, I can't pay. I've lost my health insurance. So if you're an independent business owner, you know, our insurance sucks.
Yeah.
But you can still, because I used that funding to underwrite my time so that I wasn't losing money. And so I could cover the expense of the computers and the hardware and everything. And I turned nobody away.
Yeah.
And maybe I should have, maybe I shouldn't be. So, but this is why I do what I do. And I'm no saint. I'm not perfect, but I'm not trying to get rich. And I thought leveraging the funding and using it to help people would be a double payback, because they're not only, you know, I got to pay the loan back, but not only am I doing that, but I'm helping your constituents who are suffering.
We saw the same thing with Joseph Dreamhouse Fran. We saw the same thing with Fran. Fran, all she does is help the communities, especially in times like this. Especially, I cannot say what I think of Fran. She is just, to me, the Mother Teresa of South Florida. She is there. And to you, doing what you do in Texas, it's the same thing. It's not the food, you know, mortality, but it's the food mentally and spiritually, which is even just, if not, which is up here. And the way that they have not given you your money yet, just the process which I've seen you go through, because I've been through you. I mean, I've seen you on the channel for a long time, and we've contacted.
And you helped me.
I know you, and I've tried to help you, and I can't help everybody. I wish I could help you more, and I'm gonna keep trying.
Thank you.
But
it helps. It moves the ball needle just a little bit. And you know, I started a foundation last year too. I started a 501c3 because I see 10 years down the road, I'm dealing with some of my patient load or students, college students. They are really, really suffering. Number two most stressed out profession are nurses and police officers. They're almost neck and neck with their trauma response and their suffering. And I deal specifically with work. And because I'm a positive applied psychology-based professional, I'm not the one you come and see because, you know, your mommy didn't hug you and now you're an axe murderer. I'm not that psychologist. I'm the psychologist you come and see when my career is like what we're going through right now.
Exactly. Right.
And I can't help people and starve myself. I can't.
Right.
I can't. I'm a FEMA volunteer. I went through FEMA with the hurricanes with Katrina. So I've been a volunteer helping with FEMA for years. And I've never seen what I'm seeing now. And it's really frightening. People like myself, other professionals like me, we have got to bolster up to help people recover mentally and emotionally and work-wise. Because people are losing everything they've worked their entire life for. There are people living in their cars.
Yeah. They were doing great last year or year, you know, I mean, they were expecting the best to come.
They're
So,
homeless. They're in their cars. They're living with relatives and still for this country, still trying to be a good citizen because veterans have the best ethics and morals because they've been trained into that.
oh yeah.
And they serve our country and claw their way to being a business owner and work their whole life. And because they're going to do exactly what the government told them to do, shut down, stay home, make the curve or reduce the curve, whatever it was they were telling us last year. And this money would make the difference for them. And to have it be politicized, it's wrong. What they're doing is wrong because it's just like the vaccine. The money is the inoculation. And the SBA has no right.
Mm. You know my channel. You've watched me for a while, and I think that today and the last couple of days have been the hardest for me to put out a video because I see where it ended, where the Senate's taken it to where they're stripping the money away right now from the EIDL grants. And I'm just going to specifically speak on grants right now because when I'm seeing them take away the money that they promised people, small businesses, a lot of money. This is a lot of money. I mean, I'm not looking at it like it's just a chunk of change for everybody. I'm thinking of a stimulus check for the small businesses like you that need that. Look at a $9,000, whether it be 9 or whatever, 10,000 up to there. It's like you promised us this, and now that I don't have this, it changes the whole game. I might have a $500,000 business, but that $10,000 was a game changer.
Yeah.
And to see that today and yesterday and maybe tomorrow, it still hasn't gone through yet. But to see that stripped from us to say they didn't need it, where they took it politically and said, we're going to use it to make people feel this way and to give them a big head or to make them feel like we've got something for them, and then strip it from them and say, nope.
Well,
How many people have to shed tears today because of what? How many? Because of what the Senate and the Congress, our politicians that we voted in, because they told us one thing, but
another.
how many small businesses today are saying, I screwed up. It's my fault. And I want to tell you, small businesses out, it's not your fault. There was nobody you could have voted in that would have done differently. It's part of a flawed system that needs to be changed. The status quo is done. It's got to be changed. Everything's got to be wiped fresh. We need a new, I mean, honestly, I am to the point where I can't handle that. What happened to the small businesses today, I can't handle it. It's not right.
It's not right. It's not right. And I saw the grant. It's 10 people to me. That's 10 people I can take through a full cycle of coaching and counsel. And the way I do things is so I teach people to self-coach, and I teach them how to actually change, do a little neuroscience, a little adult learning, and a whole lot of refreshed psychology and neuroscience that helps people actually make changes. Tried and true. So every dollar that I would have gotten, I see it as people. I have a base of about 100 people that $100,000 would help me get them through a whole cycle of free counseling. I can give them my best. I don't have to cut corners and give them treatment plans that are just, in my telehealth
Band-Aid.
system.
You can stitch them up instead of giving them a Band-Aid.
I could really work with people. And, I don't understand why that isn't valuable to the administration that's supposed to support that type of effort, because it's me being helped plus helping the people seeking counseling. So your money is like multiplied.
For sure.
It's a great investment.
It's seed time and harvest at its best right there.
And I just have to stay hopeful.
You are.
And
We all are staying hopeful right now.
And not let the emotions drive me to scorched earth behaviors. I'm so kind on the phone.
You are.
Because, there's some people that think being nasty, you can't be nasty. And I have had some bad moments, but I always
You're not human, are you?
No, not at all. So, but what's the hardest thing is exactly the road you were going down, which I kind of interrupted you, but we expect better of our elected officials.
Yeah.
I did.
I did too. I think we all did. We all thought that they'd keep their word. I mean, that was the least of it. Just keep your word. Keep your promise, and we'll be good. And
I was very hopeful with Guzman, being a minority,
gosh, I was wrong about that. I'd be honest. I pumped her up to be some dude, she is the one. She's going to hook us up. I knew she was going to, and then it was like.
I don't know who got to her, because when she posted about her dad, I was like, there it is. So she is who I thought she was.
Right. Maybe. I mean, maybe she can come back around. I don't know. I hope she can. I'm praying and hoping the best for everybody. Yeah. I just think that sometimes when people, you see them on the political stage, and it's like as soon as they get promoted into that, they take this pill. And the next thing you know, they're like, I'm another who? I voted for Mickey Mouse and I got Goofy,
Yeah. That is a great way to describe what happened here. And maybe, I'm hoping she's strategic and she's thinking, I got to play the game, get my power base, get my supporters, and then I'm really going to stand up for my constituents. I'm hoping
too. I just wish she would have did it sooner than later. There's a lot of small businesses out there right now. I'm getting plummeted saying, dude, I'm done.
Yeah. I said it this morning and you guys encouraged me. I sent out 6 jobs applications.
What? Really?
I did because I was like, you know what? At least I can help somebody, and they're not going to help me. But then you guys talked me down, and I went back to it's not over. I'm still processing.
It's
so,
not over. And I'll tell you
Yeah,
what, tomorrow's going to be a new day. Tomorrow
Yeah.
is a new day. Tomorrow we are going to get in contact with Burgess. Is it Burgess?
Yeah.
Tomorrow we're calling
Yeah.
Burgess's office. We're going to contact him.
Dr. Burgess,
Huh?
Congressman Dr. Burgess.
Congressman Dr. Burgess, you're going to hear from us tomorrow. And you're going to know that this is the real deal and we're not playing games with you anymore. If you cannot get anything done in your community or your district, we will find somebody that can. I don't mean to be rude. I just want to be honest that when people are under your watch, when you have somebody under your watch, just like I'm sure Dr. Cheryl has people under her watch, she's responsible for those people. One way or another, she is. Just like when a district congressman is under Cheryl's watch, they're responsible for whether she gets this or not. And like I talked to Angie Craig's office today, and I talked to a couple other congressmen, and you know, the people that I talked to you about, they're under your watch.
Right.
So don't tell me that you can't get it done, because if you can't, we'll find somebody that can. And I don't mean to be rude. I'm just saying that I used to have to fire people and hire people who can get it done and who can't. That's all.
Right.
And I would like to say this should be an easy one for you. This should, if you can't get Dr. Cheryl done, I don't know what to say. Who can you get done? Nobody. It's over.
I know they have everything they need from me, but an eye of newt and a lock of hair. There's nothing they can ask for that they don't already have.
And that's what I want to encourage all you small business owners out there, that it's not your fault. If you're not getting through to them and they're not giving you the loan, it's not your fault. It's their fault. It's on their end. It always has been. And hopefully it always will be, because we're trying to change that with things like this.
We need to do the right thing.
Yeah.
And thank you for letting me share. It's therapeutic because, you know, you do feel alone until you find platforms like yours and Jonathan and a couple of other, you know, I stopped listening to everybody until I found people that were saying things that I knew to be moral, ethical, and truthful.
Yeah.
And they weren't trying to get money from me.
Right.
So, you know, it's you know, these spammers and scammers. There's a special
Follow
place
me
in
at
hell.
speaknsee.hack. Dude, if anybody ever sees hack in the keyword or IG, nah,
Not here.
it's not, you know, but I can tell you right now, Cheryl is not a hack.
No.
Dr. Cheryl will be here now, and she will be around for the next 100 years. I'm just saying that,
Yeah.
right? She's not going nowhere.
Nope.
She's going to be stronger and more powerful tomorrow than she was today. She's going to get that loan. She's going to get that grant. I know she's going to get the loan. We're going to pray that she's going to get the grant, because that grant is up on a wing in a prayer right now for all of you.
Yeah.
But I know you're going to get the loan, because tomorrow we're going to make it happen. As we are for, I want to say Vaughn out there. Vaughn, you know who I'm talking about Robin, you know who I'm talking to you too. There's a couple of you out there that know I'm calling tomorrow, and I'm going to be digging deep with some congressmen, because we're on day 2. Day 3 gets a little bit more steep, but this one right here is going to go, and we're going to come back with another testimony from her saying, I got the loan.
And I will be the happiest little girl. And I will immediately go to work. I mean, basically, I just have to flip the switch, pay a bill, write a check.
It's
and
happening.
off we go.
It's happening
And I
tomorrow.
have so many exciting things for people that if I can just get to them and write the check and get them done, they're just going to keep helping people and fortifying people. And, yeah, I'm not, you know, completely without entrepreneurship. I want to make some money, but I'm not trying to get wealthy. I have a good life.
You deserve to make money. I mean, I remember even the Apostle Paul said, dude, am I not worthy to collect a little bit here? I mean, come on.
Right.
This is a service that is saving lives. I'm sorry, but yeah, money is definitely deserved here. I'm not saying she ain't going to be poor.
I'm going to keep living a good life.
Oh, a good life. A good life.
Yeah.
As you all small businesses out there with that grit, spit, and a whole lot of duct tape are going to live. So, I mean,
we're going to survive.
Oh, yeah. We're going to prosper.
We are. And we're going to come together. And if we have to change the face of the SBA and make it where it is for small business and it's run by people who understand small business, then we need to. We have to fight. We have to stand up. We have to cooperate, and I'm going to respect and honor the position, even if I don't care for the person.
Right.
No scorched earth approach.
I'm with that.
We're trying to change things.
We honor our leaders. We do. I honor them all. I mean, even if I don't agree with them, I honor them because they're in a position there, and I want to hats off to them, and I want to say thank you for your leadership. But please do the right thing. Please just do the right thing. That's all we ask. I mean, I'm with you on that, Cheryl. Totally. Totally.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Anything else you want to say to those Speak and See viewers, that one or two viewers? I don't know how many are watching. I can't even see it.
I can't see either. Okay. I've never seen. Well, definitely, you guys continue to reach out for voices that speak to your heart, your emotions, your mind. We're all suffering this hurt. It isn't fair. It isn't right. But don't isolate. Yeah. And don't think you're the only one. And don't beat yourself up. Watch yourself talk. Like, we're trying to give you good, outlet. We're saying the things I guess you wish you could say.
Where can they reach you at?
You can reach me at Cheryl at dr-cheryl.com, or you can contact my assistant, who's the boss of me, Kelly, and it's client exp at dr-cheryl.com. You can go on my website, that's dr-cheryl.com. You can set an appointment with me. You go to my simple practice. You can buy my ebooks. I have two. I'm working on a third one. They're very small price. If you can't afford it, just tell me to send you a book, and I will. I paid for and sent books because they help. But reach out to me. I'm here.
On Twitter, you're Dr. Cheryl?
On Twitter, I am Cheryl Carr.
Cheryl Carr. I am Cheryl Carr.
Yes.
Yep.
I am Cheryl Carr.
Okay.
I'm on Instagram. I'm on, and that's Cheryl Carr Doctor. I'm on Facebook, of course, Cheryl Carr, at Cheryl Carr. You can find me. I have my personal page, which you'll never be able to find. And I have my professional page. So my personal page is just for friends and family.
Right.
You can't get to it. If you ask me to follow that, I don't accept people I don't know. So
makes sense.
Follow me on my professional page and then use my simple practice. If you need to talk to someone, I am here. I haven't shut it all the way off. I just don't carry a patient really right now. So contact me. I'll talk to you.
Well, thanks for coming along, Dr. Cheryl. I appreciate having you tonight. And, I watched I commented with you along the Speakensee channel, and I've gotten to know you to where it's like, I mean, you're just so true, so real, so like outgoing to the people that are out there, and you're always encouraging. And that's what I love about you, is because there's nothing more right now that America needs is encouragement. And I just want to say that you are that. And for us to lose any bit of that, I will fight for us not to lose a bit of this. You're amazing. Thank you for everything you've done and all you do.
Thank you. So are you. And keep doing what you're doing. You've been a beacon of light.
Thanks.
You know, we'll just do a love fest here.
No doubt.
I was so happy when I found you, and I love your song. Hey, I want my 10K.
Somebody say, hey, I want my
I
10K.
want my and you
Go to live crew. No, I'm just kidding.
That's
All right.
my crew.
I know.
You don't know how many times I sang that song while I'm dealing with these people. Like, hey, I want my 10K.
Hey, yup. That's right. That's right. And we're going to get it. We are going to get it. We keep speaking it. Well, anyway, you have a blessed night. I want to thank all you guys for watching out there. Dr. Cheryl, Dr. Cheryl Carr. Follow her on drcherylcarr.twitter. You find her anywhere. I mean, she's just all over the place right now. And she is.
I'm trying.
She is.
And you can follow my YouTube channel. I do. It's nowhere near yours, big, but I don't know.
What's it called?
YouTube channel. You can subscribe and listen. I'm on every Monday at 10 a.m. And right now we're talking about the power of words.
Ooh.
Because that's my third ebook.
Ooh, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
And what is your YouTube channel name? Cheryl Carr?
It's Cheryl Carr, Dr. Cheryl Carr. You can find me and subscribe and listen. And I do Facebook Live, Instagram Live, and YouTube Live every Monday at 10 a.m. CST.
If you want the real deal, if you want the real stuff, go to Dr. Cheryl Carr on YouTube.
Yeah.
Dr. Cheryl Carr on Facebook.
Yep.
Bam.
There you go.
And life will get better.
My website has a hyphen in it. If you just remember, it's Cheryl.com. You can find all of that on my Instagram. You can go to my link tree. It'll send you to everywhere.
There it is.
I will be linking this conversation on that link tree too.
And when she gets her loan in a couple days, she's also going to make that website bigger, and there are going to be a lot more people out there for her or for you to contact, and you can get your family members involved in Dr. Cheryl Carr too. So with that known, after she gets her loan, her business is going to expand, and she's going to the moon like Dogecoin, only bigger than Dogecoin, without dropping. So Dr. Cheryl Carr, I thank you so much for being here tonight, honey.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you having me on and for your encouragement today. I needed this tonight.
You're the encouraging one here, man. I needed you. Tonight I called you because I needed you. Thank you. Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
You have a blessed night, honey.
Okay, you too.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.